Would you look at that? I'm actually streaming live from Indian Head for Wednesday, August the 4th, 2021. Welcome to my secret lair. This is actually where all the magic happens. Yeah, this is where I sit and figure things out and work them until Here, I'll show you what I mean. I'll grab a couple cards from over here. There, we got a red one and a blue one. It doesn't really even matter what they are. We'll take this red one. I'll come right up to the camera so you can see what's happening here. If I take the red card and we just fold it in half like that, so that now the blue card can actually sit inside the red one, just like that. So you can see it. It's folded inside, right there, inside this red one. Now watch. All I have to do is take this magical finger, rub the edge, and the magical finger slowly and magically taps one card right through the other. Take a look at that. Isn't that weird looking? You can actually see it sliding right through the other card, just like that. Watch. We'll pull it right through, and you can see that's a solid card, and that is a solid card. So that's kind of the stuff that I'm working on in this little den of mystery. But that's not why we're here. We're here because, well, let's take a look. We'll take this shot. We're going to take a look and see what's happening in your notices for today, because there's a lot happening in Indian Head, at least lately. There's been more things happening now that all the COVID restrictions have been coming off. In your weather. Now, you could probably look this weather up yourself. I have on this phone from the Weather Channel, today is supposed to be partly cloudy. We'll hit a high of 25 degrees and a low of 13. Now, earlier, see, right now it is 5 o'clock. Earlier, it was actually raining about an hour ago, so we got a good downpour, and then it started getting sunny again. So that's what's happening today. For tomorrow, Thursday, it's sunny all day, high at 26 and a low at 12. And now Friday, this is where the big weekend starts for the Indian Head Parade weekend. Well, they're showing Friday partially sunny, partially cloudy, high of 30, though it's going to be really hot out there. And we get down to a low of 13. And Saturday, they're showing a 50% risk of thunderstorms. Of course, it's the parade on Saturday. And we'll hit a high of 28 and a low of 16. So that's what your weather looks like for Indian Head for the coming days. Now, you can bet your boots that will change, because these guys always change. Every hour, it's something different. And I'm not going on a rant, but I don't call that a forecast. I call that weather guessing. Yeah. Let's take a look and see what else we've got in our notices here. The first one, I guess, which is what we should really talk about, is what's going on with the parade and the stuff coming up on Friday and Saturday. Oh, look at this. Looks to me like the Grand Theatre is going to be presenting something. I'll give you a closer look at that. Now, you have to make sure that you're around this Friday and Saturday for the Town of Indian Head's parade days. This Friday, August the 6th, will be the Theatre in the Park. There will be 2 live performances in Dixon Park. The shows are free of charge, but you must register for tickets. You can register for your free tickets by going online, and you can just go to the summer, well, it's a long, dragged out name here. It's sometheater.com/shows/the other side of the river, with dashes between each word. So just do a search, you'll probably find it, or go on to the town's website and you can find all the information you need right there. Now, I just checked their website, and the new show times are listed as 6:30 and 7:30 p.m. The show's entitled The Other Side of the River and is a family-friendly rock opera about 2 sides of the same river. The original story was written by Yvette Nolan, and the show was, well, I guess, devised, they say, by the Some Theater Ensemble with original music compositions by Amanda Trapp. So make sure you check that out. And this Saturday, August the 6th, starts with the Grand Avenue Parade, which starts at 10:30 a.m. Now, just a quick reminder, make sure you get in touch with Megan at the town office to get your float registered. All right? Make sure you do that. Then, after the parade, there will be some fun family activities starting at 1 p.m. in Dixon Park. There will be a free swim at the pool, a minor hockey barbecue, some mini golf, and some bouncy houses. That's all in Dixon Park in the afternoon on Saturday. All day, though, there will be Snapshots Through Time, which is an exhibit at the Indian Head Museum. The Golf and Country Club has the two-man scramble tournament, and there will also be a slow pitch tournament and beer gardens. Then at 9 p.m. there will be a movie in the park. Yes. Now this movie in the park, I'll give you a look at that. It's The Croods, A New Age, which has been sponsored by the RM of Indian Head number 156, and concessions will be available. And on Sunday, August the 8th, the Indian Head Community Bible Church will host Music Night, which offers live music. Everyone is welcome. Just make sure you bring a lawn chair. To get the latest information and updates, be sure to check out the Town of Indian Head's webpage or their Facebook page. So there you have all the information that you need to know. I was driving down Main Street the other day and shocked. We're losing a piece of our history. At least a lot of people grew up in Indian Head years back and they went to this place. Let's take a look at it and you'll see what I mean. Well, there you have it. Leo's was torn down. Now it's just a vacant spot. I'm not sure what's going to be happening there. I'll have to keep in touch with the office at the Town of Indian Head and find out if there's anything going or planned for it. I'm pretty sure they're going to keep Leo's little park sitting in front, but I don't know. Check back. Keep an eye on this show and I'll keep you informed. Oh, not only was Leo's torn down, but just the other day, on Sunday actually, there was a tribute in Indian Head here. For all the information, I'm going to show you a video. You can take a look at it and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And this couple really deserves this tribute. And we'll take a look at that right now.
On behalf of Communities in Bloom and Indian Head, I'd like to thank you all for coming this morning as we acknowledge and thank Gwen and Andrew for their volunteer contribution to our community. To begin, I'd like to invite Nathan Lonjo, Deputy Mayor, to say a few words on behalf of the Town of Indian Head.
Thank you. When I was asked last week to give a speech as Deputy Mayor, of course, as most of you know, I was the replacement on Town Council when Gwen decided to move away. So it's quite an honor to stand here and recognize the contributions that they made to our town. I think one of the lessons in life that we all have is always leave a place better than when you had shown up, whether that's a campsite, a picnic ground, your own backyard. And when I think of what Gwen and Andrew left in Indian Head as far as the state of this town, it is in a better place because of their contributions and their volunteerism. Gwen taught me in grade 1. It's no secret that she has had an effect on generations of kids growing up in this town. And then we go to the communities in Bloom involvement between both, the EMO committee for both, the volunteer firefighters with Andrew, town council, and probably a dozen of other major contributions that have been made along the way. It's fitting that communities in Bloom can plant a tree as a reminder of everything that they've done in this town during their time here. So thank you so much for everything you've done for the town of Indian Head, and we will continue to grow your tree. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nathan. And this is Nathan alluded to. Everyone that's here today has their own story about working alongside Gwen or Andrew or both of them to make our town a better place. Volunteerism is very, very important to Gwen. She mentioned in an article that was written about them that it was in her family. Her parents were huge volunteer people in Melfort, I believe. And so it just shows us how important it is for young families to instill that volunteerism into their children, because that's how, through your whole life, you become a volunteer. So everyone has their own story. I said perhaps as early as 1978 when Gwen first came to town, and then maybe later with Andrew when he joined Gwen and they raised their daughter Tori in Indian Head. With the many, many organizations that Nathan said, and plus, right, there's lots of other things that we don't know about. But of course, Communities in Bloom is why we're planting the tree today. And in 2004, Communities in Bloom began in Indian Head, and Gwen was involved from the very, very beginning. She chaired it. Later, when she became a councillor, she became the town representative on Communities in Bloom. And her involvement was passionate. And of course, that passion was also passed on to Andrew. Who not only figured out how to develop a mobile watering system, but convinced his boss, who was his brother, to donate the watering truck. And then when his brother left, convinced his new boss, Josh Norman at Indian Head Chrysler, to continue to sponsor the truck. And he's planted dozens and dozens of trees in town, and he's done all kinds of jobs that you never know were done until then all of a sudden they're not done this year. So we have two very passionate people who have been in our community, and we're the better for them. And as Gwen said, Andrew did anything that he was told. So together, Communities in Bloom has asked them to plant this tree, so they will always be rooted in our community. So go ahead. I'd like to ask Gord Howe to help you. And the shovels and the dirt are there.
That'll be the last tree I plant.
garden or the farm?
Well, there's several reasons. Andrew and the board have planted quite a few, and we also chose this tree as a planting in memory of my mom. That's what
And a few years ago, we planted 4 of them in all the communities: Fort Qu'Appelle, Wolseley, Qu'Appelle, and Indian Head, with all the other views and blue committees. And that was something that Gwen had initiated, called Connecting Communities.
And we won a national award for that project, which we were really, really proud of. So that was good.
And I also took one of these from Gordon that and looped it up to Warman and planted it in my backyard there. So.
So there are lots of Ohio Buckeyes to remember the Johners. That's right. Yeah, go ahead.
You like to talk. No, like I was saying, this will probably be the last tree I planted. That like I had lots of fun and enjoyed doing everything down here. Like to be involved in the community was one of the biggest things I liked. And that, like I said, I had the fire department here. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Community Blooms and that. And like I said, since Community Bloom started, that I could tell the difference every year. Like the town looked totally different every year. So congratulations to everyone in the community. Like I said, it's a whole community effort. It wasn't just us and that, but we enjoyed doing it. So
Yeah, I would echo that. I think we share this with all the volunteer spirit that this community has. You know, it's all the volunteers and all facets of this place that make it what it is, better quality of life for everybody to live and work and play. You know, we've made lots of friends and had a lot of fun doing this along the way, so this is a great honor and we're very grateful. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you all very much for coming.
right, I made it down to the pickleball courts, which is right behind the elementary school in Indian Head, Saskatchewan. I am with Alan Jeremia, and he's one of the pickleballers, as I am as well, thanks to you guys inviting us.
Right.
What is the pickleball group, and how do people join it if they want?
It's just an open to anyone, for whoever's interested, come out and play.
Okay, so if they want to play, how would they let you know? They show up here and just
Yeah,
you
that
let
would
them play?
work.
Okay, so you can show up.
Call you or Kim Hozapol or
Yeah, you can call me or Kim Hozapol or
just
Alan
come here and,
or anybody that you see
come
playing
here and
behind
watch
us.
and see what it's all about.
Yeah, come and watch, see what it's all about. It's a very simple game. It has to be, or I wouldn't be playing it. I'll tell you that right now. So, and it's not that bad of a workout, even on a hot day. Today it's
Right.
like 29 degrees right now.
Yeah.
And I'm just starting to sweat, and I haven't even done anything except what they call dinking. Yes?
Right.
When you saw everybody out there, they were dinking. That's called warming up, basically.
Dunk. Dink and dunk.
Dink and dunk. Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, well, something like that. He's the expert, by the way.
Whatever.
All right, so
You enjoy all of pickleball, everything, eh?
yeah, absolutely everything. Now, it's played in two groups of two, I guess, so 4 people at a time.
Right.
And
don't
there's
know if
one court.
Right, one court in Indian Head.
Now, that's one court right behind the elementary school, but during the winter, which you still keep playing during winter, there are
Right.
2 courts
In the Memorial Hall.
in the Memorial Hall all winter long. And you normally play Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. And if there's a change, would people probably get an email
Yeah.
or a text message or anything? You just sign up and they'll get you the information on when they're
Yeah,
playing.
The town programs what groups can have the town hall on what nights, and so it's open to what night we might get.
Okay, so
Depending on what nights are open with other dance groups and whatever.
yeah. So not all Tuesdays and
We're
Thursdays.
not
But
fussy.
yeah. So it's whenever we get a chance to get in there and play.
Right.
Because, the only fee that's set up so far is it's free to play here, but they do ask that you become a member of the National Pickleball Association, and it's only like $20 a year. So that's cheap.
It's
And-
supposed to be required, yeah.
Yeah, and it's required. And the reason why it's required is because there's some funding that they can get through the National Association, and that's how they get the nets, and they're able to paint the lines on the courts and get the different extra bats, balls, things like that. And I think the SASPort also plays a part. I'm not sure. Anybody out there that knows, let me know, and we'll put it on the show and give credit where credit is due.
Sure.
In the meantime, rules are very simple, right, Al?
Right.
That was your cue to tell me what the rules are.
really?
You serve to one opposite court, and they have to bat it back to you, and then you keep returning it in the air in the court.
Okay, now there's a strange count going on where they'll say 0-0 start and 0-0-1 or 1-3-2.
Just to keep track of score.
Keep track of score.
And
So the
who's
first
serving.
number is whoever's serving their amount that they've gained so far in points. The
Right.
second number is the opposing team's,
Correct.
and the third number is the player that's serving,
One or
if they're the
two.
first player serving or the second player serving.
Right.
So right now, if this was a game that said 1-0-1, that means
The team here is
yeah,
winning by one. Yeah.
yeah, winning by one, and they still have one serve left because it's not 1-0-2.
Right.
Yeah. Got it?
Thank you, Mr. Know-it-all.
It's really simple to figure out and very easy. The other rules are you have to make sure the ball's within the boundaries of the court, and the court is split into two parts. There's the playing area, and then there's what's called the kitchen. We'll get you a look at what that kitchen line looks like.
This side is
When you serve, if the ball lands on the kitchen line,
It's no good.
it's no good. So it's a bad serve, and the next person will take the serve.
Right.
Now, if it lands out of the kitchen on the serve, it's played back. Now, when they play it back, the ball has to bounce once on each side before you can hit the ball in the air. Is that correct? So that's a pretty simple rule.
Yeah.
Now, if the ball is hit after the serve and lands in the kitchen, you are not allowed to step into the kitchen until the ball lands in it and bounces. Then you can step in, hit it, and you have to step out immediately.
Correct.
Because you cannot stand in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, you can't stand and play in the kitchen.
No, because I would.
the kitchen.
That's right. I would get fat if I was in the kitchen all the time. So that's how you can tell. I'm never in the kitchen now. So that's easy. All right. So we're going to get some more shots of how this game is actually being played. Thanks for giving us all the information, Al. If they want to get a hold of you, want to give a phone number out for anybody, like yourself, possibly?
Myself, yeah. 306-412-0200.
Okay, so you can call Al or myself, 596-3144, or you can call Joan Taylor, who's standing over here throwing water at us because she sees that we're really hot stuff. You can call Kim Holzaffel. What's your phone number, Kim?
727-3251.
727-3251.
Okay,
And we're pretty well wrapping this up because they want me to play because I'm so good at this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to you later.